Good afternoon, everyone there. Good afternoon. It's another exciting, beautiful, wonderful Saturday. Coming live from Fresh 105.3 FM Lagos. It is your program, that which you have been waiting for. The entertaining, the numero uno, the non secundum, the primus inter pares program that only brings to you and bring you understandings about everything that has to do with the power sector. Electricity on Fresh FM with Adeola Samuel. Adeola Samuel is the National Coordinator of All Electricity Consumer Protection Forum. It's a group registered purposely and primarily to cater and to bring succor to all electricity consumers nationwide, protecting their rights, join and in collaboration with other federal agencies on consumer protection, as well as being the watchdog between the DISCOs and the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission that happens to be the regulatory body. We also join in formulations of some policies. Many of you that have been following this program on Fresh FM ever since inception, you've seen that very well. We have been part and parcels of some of the policy formulation, especially when it comes to the price and cost per unit of electricity. We are part of it. Up till now, when we told you that there's not going to be increase last year and this year, we make sure that we work towards it because we were invited among the intervenors that would debate the reason why electricity tariff must be increased, and we stood our ground that these people have no locus to ask for increase in tariff based on the provisions of the law, both the Electricity Act 2023 as well as other providings and enabling law that guide the operations of power sector. And that's what we do. That's exactly why we come up, so that we will be able to at least have someone that will speak on your behalf, protect your interest when it comes to the power sectors and electricity supply in Nigeria. We have been doing that greatly. And then this program also has enabled us to reach out to you, educate you, inform you, and bring you into the knowledge of that which you don't know, both your rights, your obligations, as well as the obligations of the power sector providers and the DISCOs around, so that you'll be able to know when to ask questions. You'll be able to know when not to ask questions. You will be able to know when you are cheated, and you'll be able to know when to challenge that cheat, or when you are robbed, and you'll be able to know when to catch the armed robbers in the power sector. That's what we have been doing. That's the program I've been programmed for. This is the first week of the month, February 2023. The month of February is a special month. It is the month that I was born. And for whatever it was, it is the month that we are put together that we are going to have a kind of interactive sessions among the consumers. We are still working on it. Like I told you, I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to give you the date, the time, and the venue. All of you that you are interested in knowing much more than we have been hearing from this channel, you will be able to be part and parcels of it. We will form a kind of a coalition to stop every excesses and oppressive situations that the DISCOs have brought before your doorstep. We will form that coalitions together. That is the purpose of that coming together, the physical meeting. That the date will be fixed anytime soon. You will be you will be informed. The venue will be informed. At the time you will be informed. We need to sit down together. I can call it consumer assembly, electricity consumer assembly. I can call it whatever name. But the purpose is for us to come together in unison. Whatever may be that they have been using to oppress us all, making us to pay for what we did not use, paying for that which supposed not to be what we are supposed to pay for, buying transformer when it is their primary job to provide transformer for you, buying poles when it is their duty to make that happen. Why? Because like I said earlier on, I'm repeating the same thing. Every kobo that you needed to pay to make sure that there is transformer, there is pole, and every other material that you are supposed to use before light come to your house have been embedded in the cost price, which is called tariff, that you are paying every month. So we will no longer allow what we call in law the principle of double jeopardy. If only we are come in unison, if only we will come together and make a decision, release a memorandum to let them know that all Electricity Consumer Protection Forum is spearhead it, but they are no longer alone. All Nigerian consumers are ready to take their destiny in their hands, to see that the power sector in Nigeria work as it has been streamlined to work, and nobody will cheat anybody. Just like somebody sang in River State, day your day, make a day my day, day your day, oh, nobody worry, nobody will worry every other person. You will do your duty, we will do our duty. The major duties of every consumer is to receive supply, and at the end of the month, adequately and accurately get the bill that fitted to what he used. Or better still, every consumers are metered so that they can control what they use. There will be no question of I don't have money to pay. Many of us use mobile phone, and as we use that mobile phone, we buy credit in it. If we don't have credit, we don't blame the mobile phone provider that we don't have credit, we cannot call, because the amount you will buy is already there. How you will use the amount is already there. And so therefore, if you use it in your phone, you know that the credit of 100 naira or 200 naira you buy will finish within 10 minutes of calling. And if at the end of the day, you buy 1,000 naira and you didn't touch it in the next 1 week, you know they expire now. That's the truth about it. You know they expire. So for whatever it was, we are going to make sure that these things works. We will not only face the discourse without violence. We will face the discourse with intellectual. We will face the discourse legally. We will definitely face the federal government as well as the agency that have been put in place to be the one to regulate the activities in the power sector. We will make it to let them know that it's no longer going to be easy at Zion. We will let them know that their responsibility is to regulate the anomalies, the intricacies that is being used by the discourse in the negative manner to oppress the consumers, to make sure that they use the money they are supposed to use for the betterment of their life and get it from their hand by force or by crook through estimated billing and some other negative devices that they employ. And that is exactly why that assembly, the consumers assembly, will have to take place. It will take place this month, most definitely by His grace. We will fix date, we will have venue, and we call you. I hope that by the time we are beginning to tell you it will take place this day and this place and this time, none of you will have an excuse to give not to come. I want to believe that when it is come for your deliverance, you will not have an excuse to give, to say, I cannot come. I'm very sure of one thing. Distance will not be an excuse as well. Because when I leave program at any time, whenever I leave program on this channel, people that call me from far and near shocked me. And they tell me the same problem that people living in Ikeja telling me is the same problem that people from Niger State call me to tell me that they are facing. The same problem people that come from Ijebu, the Shagamu, that's what they call me to tell me. Which means that the problem we are facing with the disco is an homogeneous problem, and we need to attack it. If it is an heterogeneous problem, we will have said what happened to me is not what happens to you. But because it is not an heterogeneous problem, it's an homogeneous problem. It is the same attempt that they are making us to face by estimating is the same one that they are facing in Niger State, facing in Kwara State, facing in Oyo State, facing in everywhere that they are using it. It seems as if the discourse have come together in unison to make sure that the life of consumer will not have rest. It is time for us to wake up and tell them they have the power to sell their product. We have the power to buy, but we will buy accurately, we will buy adequately. We will not buy out of the price that they did not give to them. Neither will we pay for what we did not use. Until then, I want you to prepare yourself. Today's program is going to be very sweet because I have one or two things to tell us outside this what I've said.